What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review of Pose Season 2, Episode 9. So we are almost at the end, you guys. And let me tell you something. This episode was the best. It was so good. It was light and fun. It was different because there was no ballroom scenes. There were no men, for the exception of like Poppy for 2 seconds. You saw him. All of the guys were there was no Pray Tell and no Damon and no Ricky, and it was just the ladies. It was this whole, House of Abundance reunion. Remember how it all started? All of these ladies were a part of the same house, and it was great. We start off on a low point though. Blanca, it's a heat wave, honey. They can't sleep. Now I know for the purposes of the show, Blanca had to have clothes on, but if you that hot, I don't understand why she was sweating, had two fans on her. It was sweating and tossing and turning. She gets a call at 4 o'clock in the morning. The building has blown up. It ain't just burned down, baby. It blew up. And the police trying to act like, well, you had acetone and alcohol. She was like, I'm a manicurist. That is what I need. She was like, when is the last time you heard of a nail shop blowing up? Like, really? She said, ain't nobody in here smoking. I'm very careful with my equipment. Like, come on. And here come that damn landlady. Oh, it's so horrible. I was on my way to my summer cottage home when I heard about it, and you know, I had a feeling that something like this would happen, and that's why I went up on my insurance. And it's just terrible. But now you can basically go back to where you belong. She said, I'm going to rebuild and triple the rent so I don't have to deal with any more people the likes of you. And you taught me so much, and I'll never make these mistakes again. I mean, it was clearly she had done this. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. But again, like Blanca said, I don't have any power. Like, I can tell the police what I think, but I don't have any proof. Now, the fact that she went up on the insurance will probably be like a little bit of a hint to the police, but they ain't going to really do nothing about it. I mean, at the end of the day, even if they even if they prosecute her, even if they find out she did it on purpose and they prosecute her, it ain't gonna do Blanca no good. Blanca was a tenant and she didn't have any insurance. So, which of course is a lesson learned that, Blanca had the which a lot of people do, that she had the plan of a business, she had the dream of a business, she worked for the business of it, but she didn't do enough work or research on the business side of it. You know what I mean? Like the fact that she didn't know she needed to have insurance, that kind of thing. And it's unfortunate. Like I said, a lot of people do that. They go into business, they're good at their skill, but the business side of it, they don't always get right. But again, you don't want to, you don't want, kick somebody when they down. So I don't want to beat up on Blanca, but she's depressed. Rightly so. I mean, she done lost all her kids. She living by herself. Her and Pray Tell ain't speaking, and now her business is gone. I mean, she is definitely in a bad situation. Miss Electra, honey, she's down to the dungeon, and their business is light because like one of her coworkers said, she said, "Look, this ain't the peers. We dealing with a different clientele here. They summer, I mean, they vacation in the summer. They leave the city. They go to their summer homes, and it'll pick back up when summer's over. But right now, it's just real light. So Electra has this little client, honey, that all he wants to do is to be tied up and left alone. And he was like, "Can you just leave me here till tomorrow?" Electra's like, "I will not. I have a bad history of leaving people by themselves. I will not leave you alone." And um she talks to him and he talks about his summer home and everything. And so, Electra, the light bulb goes on and she's like, you got a summer home, huh? You don't want to go there, huh? Let's see what we can work out. So we see the ladies all went over to Blanca's house to sort of support her and everything, but they are hot, honey. They are hot and miserable, okay? Blanca's depressed. Electra is telling her to snap out of it. She's like, look, either you're gonna fight or you're gonna get over it. What you gonna do? And you know, they get to talking or whatever, and they were like, "Why are we even sitting in this heat? You have air conditioning at your house." And she's like, "Look, even with the window unit, it gets to stinking in there." And so of course, so Lulu and them are like, "Stinking? Why is it stinking?" And she give Blanca a look. Blanca give her a look. Honey, that damn body is cooking in this 100-degree heat in that damn trunk in your closet. And she put a pine. We'll get to that anyway. So she says, "Look, I got an idea. Y'all meet me at my house tomorrow morning. We going on vacation. We getting the hell out of the city. We going somewhere. We going, and they sort of convinced Blanca to go, but Blanca's like, maybe that's just what I need, honey. That's just what I need. So they get to Electra's house the next day, and they are ready to go. Okay, Miss Lulu got on her little bikini, and Miss Angel got on her bikini, and of course, Electra is dressed for the gods, honey. And they talking about some. What is that smell? She said pine soil. Pine. She said pine. You know how I like my scented candles, honey. She done put them damn trees that you put in your car. She done put 20 of them in her closet, trying to cover up the daggone stench of that dead body rotting in her damn closet. And Blanca shows up looking like she just left straight off of the hillbillies, honey. She got her hair in two ponytails, some cut off jeans, and a tank top. Electra about fell out. She said, "What the hell?" She said, "Look, we're gonna get you something out of my guest closet." She said no. And Blanca got very defensive. And they were like, well, if it's about the tuck, like, you good. She was like, it ain't about that. She said, I just don't embrace, I just can't do what y'all do. I don't embrace my body the way y'all embrace my body. And I ain't trying to walk up and down the beach and half dressed. Like, I'm not ready to do it. And you see that she has a lot of insecurities about being clocked and about her body not being as voluptuous, you know, which is something, it's sort of a reoccurring theme with Blanca. But Angel says, look, mother, I'm about to take you shopping. We're gonna get you ready for the beach, and you gonna come and you gonna look cute. And they talk her into it, and of course they get her a cute little outfit, honey. And that daggone Electra done rented a car. She talking about something. I got a Hertz outside that OJ will be proud of. I said, y'all gonna keep throwing them daggone jokes. And they driving, Poppy loads up the car. That's why I said we only saw Poppy for about 2 seconds. He loads up the car. They get to driving down the highway, and they doing what we do when we go on our little girls trips. They got the music blasting, and they having themselves a good time hanging out the window. And you keep hearing these cars honking, right? And I'm like, what is Electra doing that everybody is blowing their horn at her? Electra non-driving ass is swerving in and out of lanes. She driving slow. They said, what is wrong with you? Like, where did you learn to drive? She said, I don't know how to drive. They said, when you get your license? Oh, I bought it at a bodega on 125th Street. Baby. Electra done bought that damn bodega. Bought that damn driver's license. She said, I needed it to rent the car, and I upgraded us. I said, you know what? That damn Electra is hilarious. Do y'all hear me? Hilarious. They get to the house, and it's a beautiful, beautiful house. Baby, it's her client's house. She got him locked up in a cage in the garage. She said, look, y'all have free reign of the house, but stay out of the garage. They see the man in the damn cage in the garage. Lulu was like, I knew it was something fishy going on. I knew something was wrong with this situation. That daggone Blanca tells the rest of them, y'all leave. I need to talk to Electra. She said, Electra, we ain't doing this again. And you got this man tied up, blindfolded, and everything else in a damn cage. She said, what's the deal? She said, look, all I need to do is check on him every couple of hours. This is what he wants. We ain't going to feed him no food. We just going to give him some drink. So we ain't got to worry about him doing nothing other than peeing. He'll be all right. Blanca was like, damn Electra, y'all. She said, I convinced him that he should let us use his summer house. And all we got to do is check on him every couple of hours. It's okay. I said, this damn Electra, honey. So, um, they're at the house and everything. Like I said, they enjoying the home, and they go down to the beach. None of them want to get in the water. Can't none of them swim. But Blanca's never even seen the ocean. She said, I gotta at least put my feet in. And she convinces Angel to go with her because nobody else is going with her. Electra was like, hell no. Lulu was like, look, I just got my edges laid. I ain't going nowhere near no water. So Angel was like, I'll go with you, mother. And so they get to talking, and she's like, look, what's going on with the whole drug thing? And Angel tells her, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, seriously, I'm clean. I'm not doing it anymore. She said, you know, I'm gonna get your trust back, and me and Poppy are going to be able to welcome to move back in. And she said, you got your own place now. Your job is to get yourself together so you'll be ready for your own kids one day. So it was a good little conversation. Next thing you know, Angel yelling for the lifeguard. The lifeguard, oh, I need a moment. That thing wasn't done but fine. Do you hear me? He jumps off the lifeguard rack, honey. They do the whole Baywatch run, baby. He saves him. He saves Blanca. Blanca as drowning in the damn ocean. He does mouth to mouth resuscitation on her baby, and ooh wee, mm, 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 mm. That man is fine. Next thing you know, they back to the house. Blanca's talking about how embarrassed she is, but how fine that lifeguard was, honey. And they decide there's nothing in the house. The man ain't got no liquor, nothing in the house. So they decide they're gonna go. Lecter says, "Look, come on, we going out." She said, "We don't have nothing to hide. We ain't done anything wrong. We ain't no criminals. We're gonna go out and have ourselves a nice a meal." So they go to this nice, shishi restaurant with, caviar on the menu and everything. And they order themselves some Long Island iced teas because they said, I've been waiting to have me an authentic Long Island iced tea, honey. And of course, they're spectacles. They're spectacles for a lot of reasons. Not even so much for being clocked, so much as you got 4 women of color coming up in this establishment because there wasn't nobody else in there looking like them. Now I ain't even talking about their status. I'm talking about the color, right? And they're having themselves a good time, and they're ordering, and Electra says, "Look, y'all order whatever y'all want. It's on me." And they ordering shrimp cocktail and caviar and bellinis and lobster, honey, having themselves a good old time. And Blanca, they have Blanca and Electra have a little moment where she says, "Look, thank you so much. I really needed this." Electra said, "Look, we are not in the same house anymore, but I will always be your mother." So, they have themselves a little moment. And it was good. It was sincere. Electra wasn't being snotty or nothing. It was very sincere. So then, they go through that. They having their dinner and everything. They having their little after dinner drinks and stuff. And they're having a good time. Blanca gets up to go to the bathroom, honey. And Sally Sue gonna come over to the table and tell them that they being too loud. So we're here to enjoy ourselves and we can't hear our own conversation over this cackling coming from this table. Honey, Electra looks at her. Electra said, "Look, we ain't no louder than anybody else at this table. So what's really good? What's really going on?" She says, "I work in the city. I know what you all are. And I can tell a man dressed pretending to be a woman when I see one." Baby, Lulu was like, "Don't do it. Don't do it, Electra. It's not worth it. Don't do it." Y'all, I'm going to do something I never do because I cannot do justice to this part. So y'all hold on a second. I'm about to give y'all a piece of this read because I can't do it no justice. Because when I tell you that Electra read this bitch down, so I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds of it. I never do this, but I gotta give it to y'all. I gotta give it to y'all. Y'all, I gotta give it to y'all. God may have blessed you with Barbies, a backyard with a pony in it, a boyfriend named Jake, and an unwanted pregnancy that your father paid to terminate so you could go to college and major in being a basic bitch. I just had to give y'all a taste of it. And then in the middle of the read, baby, she tells her, "You hold on a second." Lulu hands her a drink. She drinks some water so she can lubricate her throat so she can finish with the read. And when she got done, she sent her ass back to her table. Let me tell y'all something. That read, that that one, that read, I I I I don't know if there was a better one this season. I'm serious. Electra read her. Electra read her. Okay. So then we have Blanca. She then ran into the lifeguard. And they get to flirting and he invites her out. And so she tells the ladies that she's gonna go walk along the beach with him. And they're like, "The hell you are? No, you're not." And Electra said something very deep. Electra said, "They don't kill us because they hate us. They kill us because we make them because they can't accept the way we make them feel," or something like that. But along those lines. And she said, "Look, I know y'all love me and I know y'all care about me." She said, "But I'm going to do this. You know how long it's been since I felt like this? Like, I'm going to do this." Alexia says, "Well, if you're going to go, at least be safe." She gives her the switchblade, baby. Angel pulls out some brass knuckles and Lulu pulls out a stun gun. I said, "You know what? I ain't mad at none of them." Blanca looking at them like, "What the hell?" But she walks along the beach. They go for their little walk along the beach, and we find out he's in medical school. That he lifeguards, to pay for school. And he said his mom died of cancer, and he didn't see any doctors of color. And he said, "I just think that we take care of our own." better. And so they have a moment and she tells him about the salon and everything. And she said something about my community. He said, "What you mean my community?" She said, "Well, people like me." Um, and he says, "Blanca, I know." He said, I know." He said, "You don't have to pretend. I know." And she said, "Oh, so you've been with women like me before?" He said, "No." He said, "But you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're funny, and I just want to get to know you." He was like, "Can I kiss you?" Baby. He leans over and he gives her a little piece. Next thing you know, she comes skipping home doing that walk of shame the next morning, which of course the women were they Electra and them was terrified, worried. Because back at the beach, I'm sorry, I forgot that part. Back at the beach, Electra was telling Lulu how she missed Candy, how she was Candy could be there with them. And she said, she said, I was so busy making sure Candy had the perfect funeral. I never had my moment with her at the casket. And Lulu said, it's okay. She knew. Like you did what you were supposed to do. You sent her out in style. And so, you see that you see Candy is still with them. Candy is still there. And Blanca does what women do. She told them how wonderful the night was and how everything was great and how he made her feel and how her stomach was doing cartwheels. And they said, "Well, do you think this is going to go anywhere?" She said, "Look, I gave him my number, but I don't have any expectations. It was a perfect night, and if that's all it is, and I'm okay with that." Which I believe her to a certain extent. I believe that she accepted the fact that it may be just that. Of course, we all want it to be more. Um, but I mean, so they had their little weekend down and up in the Hamptons or Long Island or wherever they were, and they getting ready to pack up to leave. And Electra goes to check on the man, and she said, "Do you understand how blessed you are?" And he said, "No, I know. I know I got a nice house and everything." She said, "No." She said, "You choose isolation." Because that was his whole thing. I just want to be left alone. She said, "But for some of us, it's not a choice." I said, "Okay, you better give him that good word." And then we see them coming home. Oh, they talk about Luther dying. Huh? Well, no, they said we lost Luther because they were talking about Luther being gay. I said, y'all ain't have to call Luther out like that. Y'all ain't have to do that to Luther. Um, Something else they talked about at dinner that kind of let you know around what time this was going on. What else were they talking about? Somebody else. They talked about somebody else dying or something. Anyway, I don't remember. Um, but they head on back with Electra's non-driving ass. Head on back down the road, honey, and they get back to the apartment and Blanca asked Angel to stay with her. She was like, "Can you just stay with me tonight?" And Angel agrees to do it. Now she said, "I gotta go call Poppy and let him know not to wait for me." Now I thought we was gonna see what I thought was gonna happen is not what happened. What I thought was gonna happen was that Angel was gonna be giving herself a little bump, and Blanca was gonna walk up on her getting high, but that ain't what happened. Angel went to go call Poppy and told Blanca, "Hey, you got a message over here, mother." And she said it was probably just a damn bill collector. Baby, it was the lifeguard. He said, "I know you're not home yet, but I just want to let you know I'm thinking about you." Now Blanca about to run up her damn phone bill, calling long distance down there to Long Island because y'all know this is before no roaming. This is when you had to put in the area code, the 1+ whatever, 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 whatever. She about to run that damn phone bill up. She ain't got no job. She ain't got no salon. You better chill out. Better chill out, Blanca. But anyway, so that's how the episode ended. And it was such a great episode. Next week is the finale. So I'm sad to see it go, but it has really been a great season. So we will see y'all next week. Let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.